The empty cup of ambition. In the bustling heart of Silicon Valley, Sarah Thompson was the epitome of the driven entrepreneur. At 28, she had launched her own app development startup, fueled by an unquenchable thirst for success. Her days were a whirlwind of pitch meetings, coding sessions, and networking events. Her calendar was a fortress of back-to-back appointments, each slot crammed with tasks that promised to edge her closer to the big break. But lately, the weight of it all was crushing her. Burnout crept in like fog over the bay, sleepless nights snapping at her team, and a gnawing sense that no matter how much she achieved, it was never enough. "I just need to push harder," she'd tell herself, ignoring the headaches and the hollow feeling in her chest. One rainy afternoon, seeking solace in a quiet coffee shop, Sarah overheard a conversation at the next table. An older man, a retired professor, was sharing a Zen story with a friend, the parable of the empty cup. A scholar, full of his own knowledge, visits a Zen master for tea. The master pours until the cup overflows, saying, "Like this cup, you are full of your own opinions and speculations. How can I show you Zen unless you first empty your cup?" The words struck Sarah like a thunderclap. She realized her mind was that overflowing cup, stuffed with rigid goals, endless to-do lists, and attachments to outcomes she couldn't control. Non-attachment, openness to the present. These Zen teachings whispered a path out of her chaos. That evening, Sarah decided to experiment. She cleared her schedule for the next morning, blocking out an hour as empty time. No emails, no planning, just sitting in her small apartment, sipping tea and letting her thoughts drift without judgment. At first it was torture. Her mind raced with worries about falling behind. But as she breathed deeply, focusing on the steam rising from her cup, the mental clutter began to settle. Ideas she hadn't considered before bubbled up unbidden. A fresh user interface tweak for her app, a partnership with a niche influencer she'd dismissed earlier. Emptiness wasn't laziness. It was space for creativity to flow. Emboldened, Sarah integrated this practice into her routine. She let go of her ironclad 5-year plan, embracing the Zen principle of non-attachment to results. Instead of forcing every meeting to yield a deal, she approached them with an open mind, listening more than speaking. When a major investor pulled out, she didn't spiral into despair. She viewed it as impermanence, making room for something better. Soon, her team noticed the change. Sarah was calmer, more innovative. They adopted empty cup brainstorming sessions, where ideas were shared without preconceptions. Months later, her startup secured a breakthrough funding round, not through relentless grinding, but through a pivotal insight born in one of those quiet moments. Sarah's app skyrocketed in downloads, but more importantly, she found balance. Ambition no longer consumed her. It coexisted with inner peace. As she stood on stage at a tech conference sharing her story, she quoted the Zen master,
startup secured a breakthrough funding round,
"Empty your
not
cup."
through relentless grinding, but through a pivotal insight born in one of those quiet moments.
It was a reminder that true success comes not from filling every void, but from creating space for what truly matters. In the everyday grind of chasing dreams, Sarah learned that letting go could propel you further than holding on ever could.